how I made this 3D printed titanium ring.
So I've been meaning to make my own jewelry for a while now, but I didn't know where to start. Rings like this usually are made by methods like casting or turning, but those are manufacturing methods I don't really have access to. But there's another way.
There is a method called selective laser melting, or SLM for short, which uses a high power laser to fuse metal powder layer by layer into a solid object.
And while these machines are very expensive and sadly a little bit out of my price range, they are online services where you can send in your files and they'll print it out for you. And surprisingly, it was way cheaper than I expected.
So I started out by modeling these ideas on my computer, and then afterwards I 3D printed them out of plastic at home so I could get a better understanding of how they feel, and I settled for this idea. Also, for the metal 3D printing to work, I had to make the inner diameter thicker. I then went to the manufacturer's website and uploaded the file and ordered. So the ring arrived and this thing looks so cool already. It has this rough surface to it that's due to the melting process by the laser, and I think it would make a great statement piece as it is, but the issue is it doesn't fit my finger yet. So the next step would be to get the inner diameter to the right size. After a bunch of sanding and a bunch of polishing, the ring is finally done, and now it also fits like a glove. The thing is, I've been meaning to give this some more color, so I'm not quite ready to wear it yet. And what I mean by this is a process called anodization. First I start by creating an electrolyte using baking soda and water. Then I take a DC power source with a specific voltage output, in my case 12.4 volts, and hook up one end to the solution and the other to the titanium ring. Once I complete the circuit by dunking in the ring, the applied voltage causes oxygen ions in the electrolyte to react with the titanium, forming a thin oxide layer on the surface. Depending on the thickness of that oxide layer, which is adjusted by the voltage, the wavelength of the reflected light changes, therefore giving the surface a distinct color. In this case, I chose 12.4 volts to give the titanium a dark brass finish.
I'm very happy with how the entire project turned out. I really like the color of the ring, although it's gotten a little bit darker over the days, but I don't really mind that. Other than that, I really recommend you give this entire project a try yourself.